If you could say something about stepfamilies, what is the main issues they come with?
I think the first thing is that stepfamilies are becoming increasingly the norm these days. And lots of new names in English: blended families, reformed families, new combinations.
Patchwork families.
And the most important thing, we think, is that the adults understand how difficult it is.
One of the things, just to get it clear, is like couples divorce and separate, and sometimes they have to. So we don't want to make that a bad thing. And it's always difficult for children. But what we are finding increasingly, and it's proven also in statistics from society, is that the degree to which the adults involved, like the parents and the new couples, can handle their relationships, the degree to which they manage to do that, the children will suffer less.
Yeah.
So it is not necessarily the breakup that can be damaging to people. It is really about the adults involved not knowing how to handle the changing of the dynamics in the families that cause the problem. So we focus, when we're working on couples, we very much focus in on helping them to understand, first of all, the incredible complexity that is put in place once you enter what is called a step family.
You've got such a strong force that's in the children from the original family. And that's the incredible force of biology which has brought the children into the world in the first place. It's the sex between the two biological parents that's created the children. So that is running inside the body of the children all their lives. That mother and their genetic material is half-half. So for the child not to want to keep that together is an impossibility. So new families have to understand this and work with this. And so there's a tremendous tension between the old relationship and the new relationship. The paradox is that the partners, while they have to understand the needs of the children, have to invest in the new relationship.
Yeah, that's crucial. You asked what are the presenting issues from couples who come in. They're as varied as any other couples who come in.
There's no difference.
Not necessarily at the presenting issues, but it is very often to do with, like, very fast sex has disappeared out of the relationship. With normal couples, that goes after a while. With step families, it tends to go even faster. They very often get into the bonding patterns, to the bickering. They get overwhelmed and start going into the polarized position. Earlier on, than maybe a family that get bonded through the gradual movement of creating a family. The fact is that when you become a step family, you are immediately into a family situation where the need for the children are facing you. And because most parents are good people and most parents want the best for their children, they will tend to focus enormously on trying to make it right for the children.
Usually out of guilt.
Out of guilt, yeah. Of guilt of having broken up the children's family, of guilt sometimes of having left a partner who might still be distressed, and the children are suffering from that. So there is a lot of child focus in step families, giving the children a power that the children don't know what to do with, and that they haven't got. So often you have people presenting with issues where everybody in the system actually feel that they're powerless, yet everybody's expecting something from them that they cannot deliver. And that means everybody, the children and the new partners and the ex-parents, ex-partners.
Sometimes we say to people, look, what's normal, although it's terrible, is that almost every move that anybody makes is going to be wrong for somebody, and often wrong for everybody. So to try to resolve it is just really difficult. So in working with couples, we really have to slow things down to really look at the dynamics and to see what the people need, because otherwise, as Helena's hinted, the children tend to take on too much power. Being
so the children is actually looking to the parents to see how to do things in the world, and the parents are focusing on them.
Well, the children feel unsafe.
Yeah.
Because the original safety has gone.
Their world has fallen to pieces.
Yeah.
And there are now new people in their immediate home. Like if there are now 2 homes that the children are part of, and there's a lot of tension most often between the new partners and the old partner. So the children are very unsafe, and they are very much looking to the adults to make sense of what doesn't make sense to them any longer. So exactly what you were saying, like if the parents then focus too much on the children, then the children get a sense that they don't know what to do either. The adults don't know what to do either. Yeah.
Just increasing
the insecurity.
The already insecure situation.
Exactly, yeah. And although we have a lot of sympathy for the parents who are doing that, we try to encourage couples when they come and we realize they're part of a step-family situation. We first of all try to help them to see exactly the complexity and how impossible it is to get it right, as Nick was saying, for everybody. Secondly, also that they have a right to put their relationship first. Not only a right, but the children are asking them to do it, so that eventually the children can begin to find their place in the new systems created by the adults. They do need eventually to spend time with their own biological mother or father, apart from the new step-parent. Because from the child's perspective, although this new person in their mother's or father's life is crucially important, there's a stranger to the children.
Yeah.
So to expect any immature or too fast closeness or love or intimacy from the children to the new parent is unrealistic. And that can be very hurtful for the new partner.
There's one thing I thought to mention where we are perhaps different from some other people in this business, is that one of the things we're aware of is that children are all the time looking at the adults to see how do men and women relate together, and do relationships endure? Does love between men and women endure? So, and this is even the case when the original family has broken down. They want to see, well, can mummy or daddy still make loving relationships work? And so, although one very strong force in them wants the new relationship not to work, the growing force in them, which is about them coming out and being adults in the world and having their own relationships, also wants the relationship to work, wants to see that men and women can love each other over time.